Hello celestial beings, and welcome back, or welcome to my channel. I am so excited to be back and sharing some more pick a card readings with you before we dive into the piles, which you are probably not going to see in front of me because, full disclosure, I am recording this for the second time, this intro. So I'd recorded an intro and clearly I haven't done this in a while because when I went to look back at the footage, it wasn't in focus at all. So I figure, let me come back on here and do it the right way. I did want to check in first with you guys here face to face because it's been a while and I don't want anybody to think that my channel is going away, and I have been so sad not being able to upload and not being able to provide these readings for you guys and be able to just chat with you in the comments. Thank you for everybody who's stuck around and been watching my other videos, or if you are new, welcome. Thanks so much for joining the family of celestial beings here on my channel. I wanted to give a quick update about this year because it's just been kind of a crazy year. Not terrible, not the worst year ever, but there were definitely some big things that happened this year. If you do want to skip ahead and you don't want to hear an update, a life update from me, I totally understand, and you can totally just dive right into the piles and picking the piles. I will leave the timestamps down below so you could jump ahead if you're not interested in hearing an explanation of where I was. That's totally fine. This channel isn't really about that anyway, so you can hop into your reading and find out what the Yuletide is bringing, what blessings it is bringing to you. I'm going to try to keep this quick though. As many of you already know, I went through double jaw surgery. That was in February, and even though that was a really long time ago, it's taken a really long time for me to heal, and I'm still kind of recovering from that surgery in general. I finally got my braces off, which is great, but I still have further treatment to go with Invisalign. So I'm getting there, not there yet, but everything went well, and really happy that I was able to get that surgery and finally kind of be on the other side of things, because if you've been on my channel for a while, you've seen me kind of going through different treatments for my TMJ pain, my jaw pain, and that's a whole other story that I won't get into for this video. But I did just want to update you on my surgery and that everything went well, and I'm finally here chatting with you because the swelling has gone down. But the reason that it's been hard to record as much this year is because I couldn't talk. It was really hard speaking, and then also the swelling, so I couldn't even come on camera and not look kind of crazy or weird. Other than that, I did finally kind of get back on and had a few posts here and there, and right when I was really trying to get a rhythm going again, I actually lost my cat. So she ended up having cancer, and I was taking care of her for a while, trying to kind of help her through and give her the best quality of life that I could up until the end. And I just didn't realize, I think, how much that was really affecting me, but it was affecting my mental health to the extent that I found it hard to do videos. So I was still kind of focused on her and then getting through my regular job and getting through just other life responsibilities in general. That time was just going by, and I was just trying to spend as much time as I could with her and taking care of her. That was a really difficult time. It just made it impossible for me to get on here and just fully focus on the readings. Before I know it, a few months had gone by, and since then she has passed away, but I was able to get that extra time with her, which was really important to me. And she was an older cat, so I had her for a really long time, and it was just really hard getting through that. Once I was kind of on the other side of grieving, still, even though I'm still grieving to this day because I really loved her a lot, and she, as with all my cats, losing any of them would have been really hard for me, but losing her definitely hit me a lot harder than I was even expecting, even though she was an older cat, and she had a really great life. But that's basically kind of what happened after I was finally getting into a rhythm, or hoping to kind of get back and dive into my channel again. Then after saying goodbye to my cat Zelda. You probably have even seen her on the channel, to be honest, because right now Gatsby is sitting behind me on the bed. You could kind of see his ginger tail He's like totally conked out in the back sleeping. But Zelda, she was in the background of a bunch of my videos, sleeping here and there, so you may have even seen her on the channel, and she's just a big part of my life. After she passed away, then I went on a big trip to Italy, which was amazing, and I was so grateful to be able to get to go there. So that was 2 weeks, and then I got back from that and I got sick for 2 weeks, and I am pretty much recovered from getting really sick, but it took me a really long time, and now I'm back. Long story short, I am back. I'm excited to be back. Excited for the years to come with my channel and all the readings I'll be able to bring to you. I'm so sorry that I've been not able to upload as much as I wanted to. I feel like this year, just because of my recovery alone, that took out a big chunk of the time where I would have been able to like be on my channel and posting. But if you are ever wondering if I'm offering readings or what's going on with me, you can always check out my website, CelesteSimone.com. And I'm also on Instagram at CelesteSimoneTarot. So I'll link those down below so you can just follow me there. I was pretty much not posting anywhere the past few months, so I will begin posting again to all channels. And I was still doing private readings when I could for my clients. So luckily I was able to kind of get through those and keep up with those types of readings. If you ever want a reading, you could email me. I'll just leave that down below. But without further ado, thanks so much for letting me come back on here and redo this intro again, just to update you and say thank you so much for joining me for this reading. Welcome back to my channel, and I am so happy to be back, and I missed you guys, and I can't wait to start doing readings again and just being here on my channel again with you guys. We're starting off with a festive video, and I hope to do a few more for the winter solstice in general to bring you those types of blessings. But if you have any recommendations or suggestions, I do like to hear from you guys and find out what you are hoping to get from this channel, what readings you have in mind, and I would be happy to do those. But I'm excited to have a chat in the comments with you down below about what you have been up to. I hope you had an amazing Samhain and that this year has been going amazing for you as well. So feel free, let me know what have you guys been up to. But with all that being said, let's not waste any more time. I can't wait to find out what blessings this Yuletide is bringing for you. So without further ado, let's dive into these piles. Pile number 1 has the Chevron Amethyst on it. Pile number 2 has the Labradorite stone. Pile number 3 is the blue Kyanite. And pile number 4 is the Amazonite. Now's your opportunity to pause the video if you need and take as much time as you need to find out which pile or piles you most resonate with. Once you have found the pile or piles, you can head on down into the description box below where I've posted the timestamps for each one of these readings. I just wanted you to be able to get a look at the Yule cards that I'm using. These are the Season of the Witch cards. So we're going to dive into the Oracle cards as well as the Tarot cards for each one of your piles. Please keep in mind that these readings are general readings, so keep the messages that resonate with you and leave the rest. Those are most likely for somebody else who also chose that pile, but I do believe that everything happens for a reason. So whichever pile you end up choosing, there's a message in there for you. Maybe it's just the general overall message that comes out for that particular pile or something very specific, but either way, I do feel that everything happens for a reason. So the pile that you are most drawn to is going to be the one that has a message for you. So be sure to watch the reading all the way to the end so that you receive the message or messages that needed to find you. Let's not waste any more time. I can't wait to find out what messages are in store for you. Be sure to head on down into the description box for those timestamps, and I will see you over at your reading. Hello celestial beings who chose pile number 1. I have your pile right here with the Chevron Amethyst on it. So I'm going to set your stone aside here so that we can dive into your reading. We're going to start with these Oracle cards first and see what messages they have. Okay, so the first message is Crone. And it says, "Thy wisdom befriends the honor in which weaves within blood, a heroine call from the depths of your sacredness. Ooh, I feel that the Yule blessings coming to you this month is the wisdom, a deeper knowing of yourself, and being able to trust in your inner guidance as well. I'm hearing that this is connected to like your deeper wisdom of intuition coming through, empowering you and feeling that you know yourself at a deeper level that allows you to perhaps make a decision to trust your gut and go towards something that is really going to benefit you. I also feel like this is a group of old souls. You know, you may already feel attuned to this deeper wisdom within you, and if not already, then it is coming this Yule time. So let's see what your other message is. We have bear medicine. Ooh, so there's a bear totem here. And it says, there is no tomorrow without the healing of the past, for in stillness you shall find yourself right where you are. Oh, and this is, I'm noticing this is number 1 and number 8 for infinity. I feel there's almost like a connection here. You know, these cards came out together for a reason. I feel as though part of your inner wisdom comes from your past experience. We'll probably find out a little bit more what this is related to when we go into the tarot cards, but just kind of looking at these cards first, you may already feel like an old soul because you've been through so much already in your lifetime, and those past experiences, you may be seeing them in a new light. You may be seeing them from a new perspective because you're able to heal them during this time. And that is an aspect of the Yuletide time, is healing the past in order to release those blockages or release things that are holding you back, or just release things that need to be healed, understanding them at new levels. I feel like you're really coming into your own this season as we're kind of rounding out the year, but this winter solstice, you're really tapping into that crone energy. The crone energy really is the winter time, as things die, as things rejuvenate and end. That doesn't mean there's death in your future. It's just the energy of death. So that's the ending of the old things that no longer serve you, releasing those and bringing in the new. But as you're bringing in the new year and you're bringing in these new blessings, you are able to see them from the perspective of the wise crone, somebody who can almost be very enlightened and have that deeper perspective. So let's see what other things this is relating to in your life. Okay, we have the King of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. Why do I feel like you're needing to give advice to other people? You're needing to, or you may be feeling drawn or kind of pulled into being a mentor for others. We have the Seven of Swords. It may be hard because you have this wisdom, because you do feel so, you may even feel a little more wise, because you feel wiser than others. You know, you may feel like you can't receive help from them because they just don't understand. They can't see things from your deeper perspective, which could be difficult and may kind of force you to have to do things on your own a lot. We have the Emperor. Ooh, major arcana card coming through. And then we have the Devil. Okay, yeah, so something's been holding you feeling stuck. It may even feel as though, like, I want to say the patriarchy, but that's like a very broad term, and probably it's hard to like apply to like your personal life if you're like, oh, the patriarchy is holding me back. But you might feel like that energy, like that oppressive energy, has been keeping you from, you may be feeling like some kind of oppressive energy. You know, I'm also kind of getting the sense, okay, like when I first start to tap into things, I get like a bunch of messages at once. So I have to kind of filter through and like create like what they're trying to tell me, what the cards are trying to tell me. So what I'm seeing is, hearing patriarchy, I feel as though like being stuck in the career or like very career driven and focused, but it may have been stressing you out, you know, and you might be doing it, you might have kind of start to realize like, oh, I'm trying to do this to impress people versus doing it to feel successful for myself. Like I almost feel as though you are super, super successful already. You already have been building on something great, but you've been forcing yourself to do it on your own because you might feel as though that's the only way you could be taken seriously. But others really do see you as this wise mentor and look up to you and are like, wow, this person has done a lot in their life already. They are really successful. But it might be hard to see that. Like the devil can kind of, that energy, right? Like not literally a devil, but just the devil energy can make us feel like we're not good enough. Like we have to keep pushing to get more in order to feel fulfilled. And sometimes that can cloud our judgment or cloud the fact that we are so successful. And I see that with the Emperor, that you have done a lot of this on your own. Like you've had to pick yourself up time and time and again to get to where you are right now. The cards want me to validate you for that. Like make sure you know they see you. They see how much work you have really been doing and they respect you. And others do too. I was getting when I was pulling the King of Wands and the Page of Pentacles that like others see you as a mentor. You've been giving other people advice. You've been teaching them in some way. Maybe you've been managing them, or maybe you're taking on a new management position. And that is so many blessings. I also see these are very like material, physical blessings. So you will maybe achieve a lot in your job this Yuletide. You will, you know, climb that corporate ladder. You will build upon the foundation of your home metaphorically. So in other words, you're finding growth, you know, financial growth. This is where the Emperor comes in, is kind of like building that success. And whether that is through your career or family, you are creating something beautiful this month. And I think the message here, because there's always a lesson and a message too that comes through with my cards, would be to not let yourself miss how amazing everything you've been building and working on really is, and how you've had to do that yourself. And it's giving you so much wisdom and inner knowing of yourself. So I feel you are healing, perhaps specifically this month, you're healing this inner doubt even, or like healing past feelings of inadequacy, like feeling like you're not good enough. Maybe somebody's made you feel that way or has told you that, or maybe you just feel that like I mentioned, like the patriarchy, like the need to like compete and consume and things like that. Like we feel that pressure to always keep pushing and pushing and driving ourselves. But when do we really sit back and say like, wow, I'm really proud of myself. I've come so far. I'm so successful. Like that's what this month is about. And this season is about for you, is finding the pride in how much you have built. Because I do see like this is going to be ongoing for you. You probably will carry this energy into 2024 and well into that year where you are building on something great. The other message here, because we do see the Seven of Swords, is to be open to allowing others to help you. And this can really be a game changer for you, to be able to trust others. I feel like oftentimes you're able to offer your mentorship, your help to other people, but it's harder for you to receive help. And this is just a reminder, hey, you know, you might want to have to go it alone because you feel like this is how it's always been. But putting that intention out there, or just putting that openness out there, like, hey, I'm willing to accept help, you may find it comes through in unexpected ways. All right, so let's keep going. I do want to pull a few more oracle cards. Group 1. Let's see what other messages. All right, so this is the Moonology deck, and you had 2 cards come through. It said, hold your vision, and it says, nothing will come of this situation. So there's two kind of things happening at once. We have the fixed moon saying hold your vision, and then void of course moon saying nothing will come of this situation. I really feel like the devil here, that energy is telling you whatever you're stressing about, whatever you're worrying about. Here, and I'll show you these cards up close. Whatever you're kind of worrying about, it's almost like nothing, all this kind of stress and worry that something bad is going to happen. You don't have to worry about that. Like, keep holding your vision and your core, like stay the course. You're going to find you'll be able to build and build on that. But if you're kind of worrying and stressing, almost like obsessing over, I'm hearing obsessing over being out of control of this thing. It's almost like this is out of your control and nothing's going to come of it though. Like it maybe even something that's already happened is going to fall away. I will say too, if it's something that is falling away, that does not come to the conclusion that either you were hoping for or you were worried about, it's okay. Let it go, let it be. I know that can be really hard to do. You know, it could be hard to accept when something doesn't work out. I've definitely been there. I think we've all been there at some point in our life. In this case, it's saying do not obsess over that, like let it go, because you need to hold your vision on the bigger picture, because that's where the money's at. That's what I mean. That's where the money's at. But that's where you're golden. All right. Let's see. Don't worry if, because I'm almost seeing as though you may be on one specific path working out. Like you're like, okay, if I do this, this is going to happen. But what I'm hearing is like, even though if that does not work out, don't lose the ultimate vision that you have, like the bigger picture. It's just that, okay, no worries. There's another path that's leading you in the right direction, or there's another opportunity, there's another option. I see that with the Page of Pentacles, a new opportunity. I feel like, you know, if a new opportunity springs up, maybe it's like a new position or something and it just doesn't come to the fruition you wanted, it's because another opportunity wants to come in. That's the blessing here too, is like a better opportunity, another one wants to come through for you. So we have cycles and we have sacred space. So I'll read to you cycles first. That one fell out first. It says, we are all becoming, surrender to your changes, release your fear. We talked about release a lot with the bear medicine. And it says, trust this powerful process. Yeah, trust the process and hold your vision. Look at these cards are very similar in color as well. I feel like these are connected here. Holding your vision. Okay, next we have sacred space. Take time for the dreamer in you. Find your power in stillness. In your sacred space is the peace you seek. So this, to me, again, is a message where when we're finding our sacred space, and I'm also being drawn to the word void here, void of course moon. This is like seeking the peace within you, the quiet space within you, and finding that inner trust. I feel like that is coming through for you this Yule, because thy wisdom befriends the honor in which weaves within blood. In the depths of your sacredness is how it ends. A harrowing call from the depths of your sacredness. I feel as though that peace within you, that sacredness within you is calling to you this month and asking you to come back within, reminding you your dreams. The power is in your stillness. Your dreams are becoming, you're changing, you're releasing. So do trust. Again, I feel like I want to end on just trust this process. And trust that you know what's best, you know within yourself. You've been through so many of these life experiences that there's a deep inner wisdom within you. So trust that. Ooh, I feel the crone energy. I love the crone energy. It is where it's like where we're all trying to get to, is like this place of like higher wisdom, higher knowing, and also that inner confidence. Like she knows herself, she's confident in herself, she knows she's powerful, she won't be fooled, you know, she's not gonna be like tricked. into denying her truth. So group one, that's gonna do it for your reading. Thank you so much for joining me. Before you head out, I just want to mention, if you have not done so already, please hit that subscribe button and join our family of celestial beings here. I would love to have you. And if you have not done so already, please don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. That really helps my channel out. If you do want a personal reading from me, I will link down below how you can get in touch with me, but my website is celestesimone.com. Really simple, so you can always check me out there. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this reading. I hope you have a beautiful Yule season. I hope to see you back again soon. I know I will be back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, beautiful celestial beings who chose pile number 2. I have your pile right here with the Labradorite stone on it. Oh my goodness. I hope my voice holds out for this entire reading. It will, it will. I have water here, so no worries, but it is so good to be back offering up readings. I have your pile with your oracle cards first. We're going to go into those, then go into further depth with the tarot. But let's start off with these Seasons of the Witch Yule cards. Okay, we have reindeer medicine. Awesome. All right. It says journey into the depths of your soul, an awakening of sights revealed. It is time for no time at all, for all is presently here. Interesting. So each one comes with a little poem. Let's go into the second card before we get into reindeer medicine. We have turning inward. It says, inside this veil of bone and flesh, I lay my soul to sleep. All the truths within thy breath have come to greet me. All right. So interesting. This is what I'm hearing between the two of these cards. You know, they came out together for a reason here so that we can get the full message for the Yuletide for my group 2s. What I'm really hearing is this is a time where you may find you quiet down. You start, you know, I'm hearing the word like confusion, because sometimes we are forced to go within to really investigate our feelings and our emotions when we're feeling kind of confused in our everyday life. We're like not really sure either why we're feeling a certain way or thinking a certain way, or we just like feel not like ourselves. And that's what inspires us a lot of times to like go inward. So it's not even a bad thing. It's like it's just almost like our spirit, our soul telling us, hey, there's like more investigation needed to be done. And the winter solstice and this time of year is like that time where you want to just be cozy indoors, resting, you know, like nature itself really dies down and rests and quiets. So this is that energy for my group 2s that's coming through. The reindeer energy, I'm hearing almost like a spiritual journey for the reindeer energy. Like this is the reindeer as a guide for you during this time. So you may feel almost, I know like reindeer are probably going to pop up a lot just because it is the holiday season, but you may feel drawn to a particular image, or it may almost ignite or inspire something this year just because the reindeer medicine is coming through specific for you. I'm also hearing travel. Yeah, and the first word here is journey. Of course, reindeer represent travel a lot in the holiday season. This is a journey, an inward journey that you are going on if you are not taking a physical trip. But you may find that if you are taking a big physical trip this season, that you find yourself having an experience, having a transformative experience this season. Yeah. Okay. So let's keep going, because I do feel like the tarot will give us even more kind of direction and depth as to kind of what this transformation is about and how you can work with this energy. All right. So we're starting with the Knight of Swords, Two of Cups. Oh, there's somebody you're meeting. Deep connection happening here. And depending on when you receive, oh yeah, King of Cups is coming through as well. So a romantic energy for some of you. Either you are meeting a romantic partner, or you're deepening a connection. Wow, and the High Priestess. All right, let's see what the last one is. The 10 of Pentacles. So for some of you, you are starting a family. Some of you are meeting your future husband this season or wife. You are meeting somebody who's has a deep soul connection with you, and it's helping you to deepen a connection with yourself as well. I'm sorry, these are turning crooked on me. Not putting these down right. Okay. And what I'm hearing too is this is igniting your intuition within you. There's like a magic to this happening. Like you click and you just connect instantly. You may already know this person. I feel as though this is going, like the holidays are just going to be a really beautiful time for both of you. You may be able to meet this person's family and everything goes really well. I feel like really positive results from this. I also feel as though this person, if they are not a romantic person, you are meeting somebody who is, I'm trying to think of the right word because I'm also seeing the Knight of Swords. They're like challenging you to go deeper within yourself. They're offering, it's like they're allowing you to like question things, think about things different, see yourself from a different perspective in a positive light, not in a bad way. You know, if somebody is like trying to tell you you're something you're not, then that's not this energy at all. This is somebody who's giving you a new perspective, like giving you a positive light on aspects of yourself that you're like, oh wow, like you're right. I didn't think of it that way, but that's making me feel more empowered. That's making me think of myself in a different way. And I like it, and I'm learning more about myself, kind of a feeling, which I love, which then with the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Swords and the Two of Cups, really it's just this connection that is helping you to grow. This person you may also find is very sensitive. They could be a healer themselves. They could be very, and you may be tapping into your own healing energies together and healing each other at an emotional level and an energetic level, which is really beautiful. So I love these blessings for you, group 2. Let's keep going. I do want to tap into some of these other oracle cards and see what messages come through. But I feel as though you have a strong connection that just feels right, and that I also am hearing like a spirit guide is connecting the two of you. It's a very spiritual connection in general. So let's see. Many of you are meant to kind of go deeper spiritually. Okay, we have Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way. This is the Moonology deck. So let's take a look. With the full moon in Leo, this person may be a Leo, or you might be a Leo. Okay, if it wants to focus, maybe. We'll put this here. Hopefully it'll focus down there. And then we have full moon in Gemini. This person may be a Gemini. They also might be expressive. We'll go into the messages themselves shortly, but they also might be really kind of like expressive about their love and outwardly loving and caring to you. So for example, like they may have their Venus in Leo, which I have. Because of that, I'm very like vocal to the people I love about how much I love them. So they may be that way, and that they're very vocal, and you know, they're not hiding how they feel about you. We also have the answers you need are coming, full moon in Gemini. So they may be a Gemini, you might be a Gemini. But I also feel with the Gemini twins, this to me is giving like connection here. Like, you know, here we have the energy of the twins with the Two of Cups. I feel as though, and Gemini is the Lover's card, which again is soulmate energy there. The answers you need are coming. So I feel so some of you watching this, you may be wondering like, okay, I really don't know who this person is. This is coming to you. So you don't really have to take this, like, make this effort to try to find this person. It's almost like just organically, naturally you are meeting. This interest is coming together for you. You know, this love interest is coming together. This relationship's coming together for you. I wonder with Don't Let Pride Get in Your Way, maybe you are kind of doubting them at first. Maybe you're feeling like they're not sincere, or you feel like you kind of have like an eye roll effect when they're being super loving and emotional towards you. So if you kind of like get turned off by emotions, I almost feel like it's saying, you know, don't be too hard on this person. They really put their heart on their sleeve, I feel. I'm kind of seeing that they may be a little gushy or like overly romantic, and it might, like, I get this like eye roll energy where you're just like, okay, like, you know, is this person real? You know, like, are they being real right now? Well, they are, because with the King of Cups, like, this is a very like romantic, mushy gushy kind of person. And maybe at first it's like a pride thing, like you feel kind of embarrassed about it. But really, once you see this person for themselves and like maybe even just give them a chance, is what this card's saying, before you just kind of discount them altogether. And you may find like, oh, actually this person's really challenged me spiritually, mentally, and also, you know, helping me to heal in ways I didn't know, you know, I could. So keep that in mind, group 2. And we're gonna finish up with these final oracle cards. These are the Magical Times Oracle deck, in case you're curious. Let's see, what final messages do we have for group 2? All right, this card wants to come through with faith. All right, so I will read this for you, and it says, believe you are not alone. Spirit is right beside you. Ask for guidance and it will come. I briefly did mention how your spirit guide, and I saw that with the High Priestess. I don't always see that with the High Priestess, but in this case, I saw your spirit guides helping you. So this, if you are feeling a little confused and unsure, I feel like that is changing this month, this season for the Yule. But if it can never hurt to really put your questions out there. So if you haven't yet asked your spirit guides for help or for answers or for guidance, this is a great time to do that. And if you're wondering how to do that, it's really simple. You can simply talk to them. You can think about them, ask, you know, think of the question, or even write it down. Like, you could write a letter to them. It's really just the intention of doing that really communicates to them. But, you know, technically they already know what you want. You just have to ask them to help, because they won't interfere if you aren't okay with it. If you don't give them permission to help, then they're not going to interfere with your life and how it's going, because that's not how free will works. So, okay. All right, deep breath. We have Elegance for your final oracle card, and it says, it is found in the beauty of nature, the lotus waiting to bloom, be the swan on the water and glide. There's some really nice like water energy here, and water energy does relate to the cups, but also the High Priestess. She's very moon goddess energy, and the moon is connected to water energy, or the water element. So with elegance and being the swan on the water and gliding, a lot of times too, swans mate for life. So this again gives me like romantic, long-term relationship, soulmate energy vibes, along with the Ten of Pentacles, which is all about building family and connection and success, as well as the King of Cups right in the center, and the Two of Cups. So many messages here. I feel as though being the swan on the water and gliding is really about going with the flow for this card. I love that. I feel like you maybe when it comes to do with this person, you may kind of question yourself or like doubt it or question it. I feel like just going with the flow, not going too quickly or out of your comfort zone, but more so just like seeing how it plays out, even just in life in general, of course, like during this time. But you may feel really just connected to your intuitive guidance, especially with the moon card, or the High Priestess, the moon goddess. And look at, she has this ship here with water energy in her skirt. So it's kind of like gliding on the water and seeing where it brings you. So rather than trying to like mold things or shape things or really push things. Just practice this season and for the Yule, practice just allowing these blessings to come to you and seeing where it takes you and trusting your spirit guides. That might be another, see, this is about faith too, right? It's like kind of just like trusting the process and trusting where it takes you. So as you're experiencing the flow and experiencing things in your life, if you feel like you're resisting to it or you feel resistance in any way, that's when you can go within with the reindeer energy, right? Like with the journey, it's like take the journey, allow the journey to guide you, and go within if you're feeling off, right? Like if you're feeling like you can't accept where you're at or like where it's taking you, that's a great time to like stop and reflect and see why you're feeling that way versus trying to change everything right away. Take a moment and pause. So that's kind of like the message. Whenever I do a reading, like, yes, these are all the blessings coming to you, but also my cards always give me, and just how I read my cards is they always give me like suggestions and how to work with energy and things to work on for growth, for inner growth and spiritual growth, etc. So I hope you found this reading helpful. Please let me know in the comments down below that you did choose this pile, and if you did find it helpful or if it resonated with you, I'd love to know. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our family of celestial beings. We would love to have you, and if you have not done so already, please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps my channel out. If you're interested in getting a reading from me, I will list my information down below. But that's gonna do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, celestial beings who chose pile number 3 with the blue Kyanite. I am going to set your stone right over here. So let's dive into the Yule cards first. So, all right, we have contemplation. And let me read the little poem that comes with it. So it says, it breathes in the stillness of all that is, exhaling all that isn't. Coming from the ends of the starts and the highest of the lows, here I gasp for the answers to unfold. Oh, that's so pretty. And I just love like the feel of these cards. Like she's in the snow and she has that like dark burgundy, almost like a blood red kind of coat on. So pretty. All right, let's see what the other card is. It says mistletoe. Awesome. And it says, oh, and it's card number 22. I love the number 22. I see that all the time. What dreams may come from the borrowing of ivy held tight within the womb, a calling in of sorts, a spell from above, holy holly. Okay, so don't worry too much if they are just poems that are kind of representative of the energy of the cards, but really we're gonna dive deep into kind of the meanings behind these cards. I like to do these intuitively, so they may not align exactly with what's in the book, but sometimes I go off the book. But really for these types of readings, I like to just fully go intuitively into the cards. That just helps me connect with your energy better. So, and the message from my guides as well. So really we have contemplation and mistletoe. So with contemplation, this is number 7. This is really all about, so it says coming from the ends of the starts and the highest of the lows. It's kind of like reviewing the past situation in order to set powerful intentions with mistletoe. I feel as though there's something like waiting to be manifested beneath the surface, but it's waiting for you to kind of set it forth. So we have like a spell here and we have contemplation. I feel that with mistletoe, you may even be drawn to like using mistletoe in a spell if you do witchcraft or Wiccan or pagan. But really what I feel is like this Yule, you're going to be setting intentions that are powerful intentions. You know, this isn't just healing or just kind of reflection, although it is with contemplation. There is like this sense of like going within, contemplating and reflecting on kind of what's working and what isn't. But with mistletoe, and especially because it's the number 22, this is really like setting things into motion, making things happen. And even, you may find yourself kind of working with plants in order to do that. So you may find that things that you've been thinking about doing for a while, suddenly you are creatively inspired this Yule to actually take action and start your project. And to be honest, like I feel like something that you have been thinking about for a while is actually the idea. Like it's a really great idea and it's ready, like it is ready for you to get started on it and for you to kind of put that in motion. This Yule, you know, you can set the intention to really start taking those first steps and moving forward with it. Let's see some more details and find out a little bit more about what this is about. With the tarot cards, we have 10 of Wands. Oh yes, 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 yes. Creative energy here for sure. We have Ace of Wands, starting something new, really like having creative ideas and then being inspired to like set them in motion. We have Page of Wands. Oh my gosh, you guys, 3 wands. Now wands are spiritual cards, but they are also cards of creativity. They're fire energy. So creativity, inspiration, and putting that creativity into action with the Page of Wands, starting something new with the Ace of Wands. But the 10 of Wands is kind of like the culmination of something. I feel like there's more power, there's more energy behind this. Queen of Pentacles. So really putting into action these great ideas that you have and feeling productive as well, feeling inspired to take that action and being confident in doing that. And lastly, we have the World. Whoa, great reading, you guys, the World. Yeah, so everything kind of coming into place for this group in order for you to sow those seeds. So the seed here, the ideas turns into this seed being planted. Of course, these are just like metaphors for what is actually happening, but having that seed, planting it, starting it out, then building it, nurturing it, growing it, and everything coming together for you. So this Yule, something big, some big project that you've again been thinking about, been questioning, been unsure about is really starting up. So if you are starting something this month during the winter solstice, during the Yule energy, it is backing you, it is helping you to grow this. It's like your little spell, taking things one step at a time to reach your goals and really seeing it come to fruition. Okay. Let's keep going. This is already, I feel like this already was just like a great, perfect reading, tie it in a bow kind of reading, but let's keep going with some further messages. Anything else you need to know about this whole process, about what energy and blessings are coming to you? Really feel like you're going to be able to work on something you're passionate about and see it grow this season. So, all right, what else does group 3 need to know? All right, we had 3 cards come out. Let's just take a look at them. We have balance, spirituality, and practicality with full moon in Pisces. Don't let your past hold you back with the South Node. And believe in the impossible with the blue moon energy. So really, I feel as though this is a reminder just to continue. I feel like this group already may be very spiritually connected because I feel like you're aligned right now with your spiritual path. This is really kind of like a destiny type energy. You're on the right path. Fate is smiling down on you. It's a reminder to maintain balance and to continue to believe in the impossible, continue to trust that this is happening. This is really coming together for you. So you're making some huge breakthroughs in these creative projects that maybe you've been wanting to see breakthroughs in. We have balance, spirituality, and practicality. So again, a reminder here just to maintain balance and not overwork yourself or get ahead of yourself. Be sure to just kind of take things one step at a time. The South Node is all about past life lessons. Your South Node represents kind of your energy in the past, in a past life, or even just at the beginning of your life and kind of the lessons you're learning. I feel as though you're shifting into your North Node and moving into your destinies. So lessons that you've already learned about yourself may come up, right? So sometimes we could fall into old patterns that could be falling out of balance with our spirituality, be sure to maintain your spiritual practices and not get so into your work that you lose your connection to your creative side, because that's really like your spiritual side. That's when you're tapped into your higher force, is when you're at your most creative. So it's almost like saying, like, when you feel like past doubt or things like that come up, remember to tap into your spirituality and bring that back into your life to maintain that balance. I feel like that's the message. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay, we're gonna move on to your final oracle cards. Any final messages for group 3? Oh, this one just fell out. 2 of these fell out. So let's see what they have to say. We have humor. Laugh at yourself, lighten your heart. Let nothing steal your happiness. Again, like we were saying, maintain that balance. Don't let your past hold you back. You're laughing, you are finding joy. This Yule season, these are the blessings coming to you. You're just gonna be very happy, very carefree. And remember, let nothing steal your happiness. If you feel like you're stressing out, believe in the impossible. Remember to bring spirituality back into your life and ask your guides for some help. Ask your spirit guides, hey, help me get through this. What's the best options? I'm open to seeing that pathway open up for me. But I do feel like it's gonna be pretty carefree this season. And I do feel like you are seeing kind of just like benefits, pathways, opportunities open up for you. We have discernment. See the truth of the situation. Use common sense and do not be fooled. Pay attention, your intuition knows. So this is a reminder again to trust in your intuition and maintain this balance, right? Like take it one step at a time so that you are always seeing the truth. And there's a contemplation here too, right? Because remember it says the beginning, right? There's something about going back to the beginning, coming from the ends of the starts and the highs of the lows. Here I gasp for the answers to unfold. So in contemplation, so within yourself are all the answers you need to really make the impossible happen. So seeing the truth of the situation to me is kind of like maintaining balance, where you continue to contemplate, trusting your intuition, trusting yourself as you kind of make these big leaps forward, because you really do have this creative idea that is going to bring so much into your life, and that's really coming to fruition this Yuletide. So group 3, that's gonna do it for your reading. Before you head away, let me know down in the comments below if this reading did resonate with you. I would love to know. We could have a conversation. Let me know you did choose pile 3 as well. And if you haven't done so already, please don't forget to subscribe and join our family of celestial beings. I would love that so much. Lastly, if you haven't yet given this video a big thumbs up, I would appreciate that. It really does help my channel out. If you are interested in a reading with me, you could head down into my description box. I'll have a link to my website, and you can email me directly, celestesimone@gmail.com, about readings and about what I currently offer, because it does kind of change from time to time. But I would love to chat with you and talk to you about your interest in a reading, a personal reading. Otherwise, that's going to do it for this reading. I hope to see you back again soon, but bye for now. Hello, celestial beings who chose pile number 4. I have your pile right here with the Amazonite stone. So shimmery. All right, so I'm gonna set your crystal aside so we can dive into your oracle cards first. Let's find out what energy and what blessings are surrounding you for this Yuletide season. We have Mother Mary. Wow, look at her. I just love the imagery on these cards. All right, let's see. It says, into the arms of a mothering embrace swells a wisdom full of grace. In thy bosom where she whispers sleeps the eye of winter. All right, so there's pregnancy here, but there's also just in general giving birth to new ideas, new opportunities. It says she whispers sleeps the eye of, in thy bosom where she whispers sleeps the eye of winter. Ooh, I love the energy about this one. Let's see what the other card has as well. Cardinal medicine. Thyself bleeds of sacredness and honor fit for the gods. You are worth all the seas and all the skies and all the desires you hold inside. wow, these are really beautiful messages, group 4. So really these are kind of poems again, so they're not very direct messages, but we're going to get into kind of the energy that surrounds this. I do feel as though pregnancy for some of you is the message here, but of course not all of you are here as a pregnancy reading. But this Mother Mary energy, there is also this feeling of like protection and even like ancestral energy of watching over you and protecting you. So you may feel guided to connect with your ancestors this Yule season. I also feel you are, it's a time to honor yourself because you are finding yourself at a deeper level and connecting with yourself at a deeper level. I feel as though this Yule season, this Yuletide blessing does have to do with, I mentioned protection, but also a time to rest and rejuvenate. I feel like it's a time of pause because with this feminine energy, it's really about opening it up and allowing others to help, allowing the universe to help you and protect you. So it is a great time to call upon the universe, your spirit guides, for help, for guidance, and for healing. It's also about self-empowerment too, is what I'm getting from these cards, is kind of this reigniting your feeling of inner confidence and empowerment to know and to trust that everything is going to work out. Some of you may be doubting yourself or doubting the outcome, maybe even feeling like you've kind of gotten off path or off course. But these messages are reassuring you, especially as a blessing coming to you, that you are on the right path, that you are always protected. And I mentioned ancestors too. I feel like your ancestors are here kind of guiding you, offering their support, offering their love, and promising you that, you know, you are where you need to be right now. They are going to help you. They are going to give you time to heal. And sometimes we just need to pause anyway. Like this energy to me also says like burnout, you know, if you are feeling burnt out, sometimes rather than trying to push through that and just kind of like make decisions and go ahead without really like resting at all, it can just make matters worse. So this is really giving you the opportunity this Yule to pause, to heal, to rejuvenate, and doing that with intention. So really setting that time aside and making a point to do that so that you can receive help, receive guidance from the universe, and maybe even open yourself up to allowing like people coming into your life who can help you through this. So we're going to go into the tarot cards because they often will kind of go into further depth as to what this is related to. But yeah, this is a reminder that like you are empowered and you're finding a new sense of inner strength and power, but it needs a little bit of a pause, even guidance here, like, or suggestion here to ask for help from the universe to help you move forward. In other words, to kind of like offer you a helping hand. Okay, so let's keep going. We have the Four of Cups, the Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, and oh, we have Seven of Cups and one more after that. Seven of Cups, and then we have the Ace of Pentacles. So the Four of Cups does kind of tell me that you really are trying to kind of like push through. You have a lot of ideas and really big lofty goals and big dreams. And this is not to say that you have to give up on them just because you're feeling burnt out or you're feeling, you know, you can't move forward. I'm feeling with the Four of Cups like almost as though the amount of energy you're putting into something, you feel like it's just not returning back to you as much as you would like. Whether that's like you're trying to make something happen in your career, or if you're trying to get pregnant, like I mentioned before with the Mother Mary, there's this nurturing energy coming from the universe saying like, hey, take care of yourself first, prioritize yourself for Yule, and you will find a lot of healing and growth comes out of that, because we're seeing with the Ace of Pentacles and with the Queen of Swords, almost like a clear path does open up for you. Nine of Pentacles is also very pregnancy related. So again, if you're listening to this reading with pregnancy in mind as something you're hoping to manifest, I do feel like, you know, there's a connection here for many of you that pregnancy is in the works. However, it doesn't have to be pregnancy. It can be manifestation. We have the Queen of Swords. We have the Seven of Cups. So a lot of options are being presented to you as well with these blessings, and you're gonna feel a little less like jaded. You know, you're gonna feel a little less like, oh, nothing's really working out for me, because these opportunities do start to show up for you and you start to see this pathway open up. So in the meantime, really rest and take care of yourself. Try not to put too much on your plate, because that can really just like drain your energy. And you will, even though maybe you're already in that phase right now where you're feeling like, I don't have the energy to do anything, so I'm not very productive at all. But this is the time, like this is just what is needed right now, and there's nothing wrong with taking a pause, taking a break, setting some things aside to rejuvenate and rest. I definitely did that this year. This year for sure. I went through moments of like a lot of work, but I did have to put some things on pause, like my channel, in order to get through other things happening in my life. And that doesn't mean that you've lost momentum. When we do that, we haven't lost momentum. It's just what's needed at the moment. And whenever I feel like I am losing momentum, or I feel like, oh my gosh, I should be doing this, but I'm not, like I cannot muster the strength or the energy or whatever it is to do it, in my head, I actually do a little spell or like intention, whatever you want to call it. I just set this little intention that says like, I will do that when it is perfectly right for me. Like I will do that at the perfect time. It might not be right now, but I trust that when I'm ready to do that, I will do that. And whatever the task is, right? So that's how I honestly like ends up getting everything done that I need to get done, because I just say in my head, just like a little intention, and it's like, I will complete that exactly when I need to, and all will be well. Or you could say something to the effect of like, everything happens when it should. You know, I always get everything done exactly when I need to. Some kind of mantra like that helps you to feel like, okay, I am gonna do it, right? And it always happens, right? So it's like things in the past that you thought you would never be motivated to do, you're here, everything's getting done, we're surviving, right? Like life continues, all is well. So that's a great intention just to kind of set for yourself, so you don't ever feel like you're falling behind, because you've set that intention, you've put it out there into the universe, and it will come back. Okay, let's keep going with some more oracle cards for some more messages. See what other messages want to come through for group 4. What else does group 4 need to know right now? All right, we have, what do you need to release? So the universe not only says pause, rest, really embrace this time of inaction. It's also asking you to ask yourself, what do you need to release? What is holding you back? And that might not mean that, you know, it's your fault that something's not coming to your life. No, not at all. Oh, we also have step outside your comfort zone. Okay, there's 2 more here, so you guys got an extra card. We have a win-win outcome forecast, and you are good enough, okay? So here's the thing, there's waning moon and north node. Then we have full moon in Libra and full moon in Virgo. So here is the time of processing. We have the north node, you shifting into your destiny with the step out of your comfort zone. And we have, what do you need to release? So really, you're resting, you're releasing. This is a blessing in itself, that you're allowing yourself to rest and release. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. So in other words, you're just shifting into your north node. So you're stepping onto your path of your life's destiny and purpose. And you're moving into the full moon in Libra and full moon in Virgo, which to me is very manifestation energy with the full moon. To me, the full moon is a manifestation. It's the culmination. We have a win-win outcome, which is with Libra. So we're seeing balance. We're seeing things come back into balance again, and you are good enough. So feeling again worthy of the manifestation that you're putting those intentions out there for. So I would say now is the best time to really release, set intentions. And you know what? A lot of times our intuition, like when we try to set intention or cast a spell, for example, I do white magic, of course, all positive things here on the channel. But whenever you're trying to set those intentions, in other words, we don't do any spells that harm people here. So when I say spell work, it's completely using white light energy. So when you're setting those intentions, do you feel resistance? If something that you want in your life, you try to set an intention for it, but you feel resistance towards it, that's something maybe you need to release, or something you want to go into further and see why are you resisting that? Do you feel good enough to receive that? You are good enough, but do you feel that? Do you need to ask your guides to help you release that? Because you don't have to do this all by yourself. And this isn't all on you to figure out either, right? It's like life is our teacher. Our greatest teacher is our lives and the things that come in, the people, the experiences, etc. So try not to feel like this is all on your shoulders to figure out, to do, to complete, to find self-empowerment on your own. No, the universe is here to help you, to guide you. The universe is almost, I feel like for you, the universe is showing up as this Mother Mary energy. If you do feel connected or guided to, you could even speak with Mother Mary, set intentions with her, ask to work with her as a deity, as a spirit guide. That might be really empowering this season as well. All right, so let's keep going. We have some final oracle cards for some final messages for group 4. What else do we want? What else will come through? Okay, we have friendship. Okay, I had to free up some memory on my cards, so things might look a little different. But we were talking about friendship, and one of the blessings that's coming in is friends and connections who you can trust. So let's just reread this real quick. Be with the ones who make you shine, who love you and really care. Keep those and let the others go. So you're really welcoming in new people into your life, or deepening the connections you already have, recognizing and seeing these friends who are there for you and being able to spend time with those people, which is really beautiful. And whoa, okay, and partnership. Wow, this time is about connection, being able to lean on other people. I feel it as a strong message during this time, but also the blessing of having these people in your life. So we have partnership. It says learn to grow with others, overcome obstacles by working together. You don't have to go this alone. Touch each other's hearts while life lasts. So this may be a time to reach out to somebody, to set up plans, to get together with friends, and use those connections and those experiences together to overcome these things. You know, talk to your friends who you trust, who have your best interests at heart, and share with them how you've been feeling, or even just kind of not wanting to talk about it and just being able to go out and have fun with your friends could be very healing and allow you to release some of these things that maybe are tiring you, right? Like that have been on your mind. Again, there's a message here of like taking it easy and not being so hard on yourself and being able to reach out for help. So it's not just the partnership with your spirit guides, with the universe, but also I feel like you may even connect with some new friends, make some new friends this Yuletide as a blessing as well. So group 4, I hope these messages were helpful to you. As with all of my readings, I kind of also have suggestions, messages for growth and how we can work with certain energy. So I do hope that you maybe resonated and used those messages to your advantage. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to hit that subscribe button and join our family of celestial beings. I would love that so much. Comment down below, let me know if you did resonate with this reading or if you found it helpful in any way. That always makes me super happy, and don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. That helps my channel out so much, so I super appreciate it. If you do want a reading with me, you can email me, you could go on my website. I will leave all that information down in the description box below. I hope you have a beautiful Yuletide and you are able to celebrate the winter solstice with people that you love. But that's gonna do it for this reading, and I hope to see you back again soon. Bye-bye for now.